drew a color line at 5.
What are you doing here?
Oh, I'm sorry, but now that I've seen the unbuttoned, uncombed Andrew Carpenter, I just can't seem to get enough.
You like me better asleep, huh?
No, in bed anyway.
It's nice, thank you. You know, Cass, I can't even find the cards for my sermon today.
Can't you just wing it?
Wing it? No. No, Cassie, you just can't wing a eulogy. And Henry Webster, he was a very tidy man. He had some very specific requests for his memorial service.
Do all your late vestry members tell you what to say?
No, but Henry Webster did. And I am more than happy to comply with his requests.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks. Thank you. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy.
Now what?
What? You know. Oh, and I tried to call my dad. You know, he never comes to hear my sermons, and I wanted him to come listen to the service today. I just wanted him to hear today what I had to say. And
I am sure that he'll be here. He knows how important this is to you.
it never ceases to amaze me what that man can fail to understand. I gotta go.
Yeah, I'll be there in a few minutes.
Okay.
Break your leg or whatever, huh?
Thanks. Thanks.
Good morning, General Carpenter. This is Cassie Callison. Listen, I'd like to talk to you about something.
Where is Billy?
He'll be along in a moment. Hi. So you knew this guy, the guy who died?
Everyone pretty much knew Henry Webster. He was a fairly prominent man in town.
We knew him only from the country club and, of course, here.
Did you think any more about what I told you about Billy and what Reverend Carpenter?
No, we haven't. Because it's absurd. I don't know why you tried to tell us a lie about our son Billy and our minister.
Billy would never be involved in something like that because he is not like that. And he's got more brains than to associate with anyone who is. As far as Reverend Carpenter is concerned, you can tell when people are that way, and he does not strike me as the type.
Sir, Mr. Buchanan does not wish to be disturbed at breakfast.
Well, I'm only his son, but never mind that, because I'm not here to see Mr. Buchanan. I'm here to see Addie Kramer.
Mr. Buchanan has left very specific instruction that Ms. Kramer isn't to have any visitors.
Well, I don't care what Mr. Buchanan says, because Addie Kramer may be the only thing standing between my wife and 20 years in prison. So we don't even have to mention this to Lord Buchanan. I wouldn't dream of interrupting his breakfast.
Marie, doesn't my wife look radiant this morning?
Yes, Mr. Buchanan.
Looks like last night did both of us some good, huh, honey?
Don't touch me. Don't even come near me.
Ooh, you wake up kind of ornery.
I mean it. Don't you ever touch me again.
Have you spoken to Bo today?
No, I couldn't reach him. Maybe I should just go find him.
Well, you'll have to do that after Henry Webster's memorial service. Andrew himself called and asked particularly that we be there.
Well, things must be pretty tough when the ministry has to resort to soliciting by telephone.
Come on, darling, I'm head of the vestry. Besides, Andrew said he was going to be discussing something terribly important in his sermon. Whoops.
Joey?
Joey, it's time to go.
Where is that kid anyway? Honey, have you any idea what's going on with him lately? He seems so serious all the time, like something's bothering him.
He's 16 years old. That's what 16-year-olds do. They brood about the meaning of life.
Well, why rush? There's plenty of time for that later.
I agree. Actually, I don't think he has been brooding. I kind of have a feeling he had a falling out with Billy Douglas.
That doesn't sound like Joey. I thought they'd become such close friends lately. Joey! Come on, last call. You know, I don't remember Kevin being this moody. Of course he is now.
Yeah.
And I suppose Jessica will be next. Won't be too long. She'll be stomping around here, dyeing her hair all kinds of colors and blasting her music so loud it'll knock your fillings out.
Can't wait. Now that I think of it, I wonder what really happened between Billy and Joey.
Blair, we have made a deal here. I take care of your mama, you take care of me. You are my wife, and you will be my wife, and not a name only. You will be my wife at social functions. You will be my wife in front of my family. You will be my wife when the servants are around or not.
I have done all those things.
And you will be my wife in bed like you were last night. Those are the terms. And also, if you want your mother to stay out of an institution and out of Dorian Law's clause, you'll see to it that I don't come to you next time. Even Renee lived up to that part of the marriage.
Oh, no, don't you dare compare me to Renee. I am sick of hearing about her.
I wouldn't compare you to my other wives if you filled your job as Mrs. Base if you can. Oh, look who's here. Come begging your old man for help to save your wife?
Right now, Pa, I don't think you're in a position to think about anything other than your own wife. No offense to you, Blair.
None taken.
I'm here to ask for your help.
Mine?
Max says that your mother may have seen something the night Carlo was killed.
Max's sense of what Addie does or does not comprehend is way out of balance.
Could I talk to her?
Yeah, I've already told Max that there's no way my mother could possibly know anything about that night.
You told him when? You've been talking to Max? We will talk later, Blair.
I'm sorry, Bo. I'm sure my mother can't help you.
Well, could I just try talking to her? Please, Blair? Please, look, I'm at the end of my rope. Right now, I have to follow any and all leads. I don't care how unlikely they are, because my wife has been convicted of murder. She's in jail right now, and you can imagine what that's doing to me. Now, I know you want to protect your mother from any harm.
I'll go and see if she is up yet and get her ready to see you.
Thank you.
You want a drink, Bo? You look a mess.
It's 8 o'clock in the morning, Pa.
Oh, it's good to start the day off with a jolt. Now, what the hell do you expect to accomplish talking to a committable old lady? You want my advice?
No, I'm not here to talk to you, Pa. I'm here for Sarah. You see, she's more important to me than watching some old dog up to his same old sorry tricks.
What the hell's that supposed to mean?
Do you want to know? You really want to know, Pa? Sit down.
I liked Henry Webster. I mean, I really liked him. He's a man that never stood on ceremony. He's a man that always spoke the truth. He's a man that never ducked an issue. And so when Henry came to me and asked me to tell you of the particulars of his passing, I thought it only right to assure him that I would do as he wished. Henry Webster wanted you to know that he died of AIDS. Now, some of you may remember when Henry had bypass surgery in 1984. He contracted the AIDS virus from a transfusion that he received during that surgery.
What an utterly inappropriate thing to discuss at the man's memorial service.
Henry, I am so glad to be able to comply with your wish, but I want this congregation to know that I'm not only speaking for Henry, I am speaking for myself. And recognize that I know that AIDS is an uncomfortable, it's an untidy
Why would the man even want such a thing
subject, but it's
discussed
not a subject
publicly? I
that
mean,
we
why
can
announce
ignore.
it to the whole world?
We can't afford not to look at AIDS. It's all around us. It's in our schools. It's a constant danger to our young people whom, for some reason, we will not teach to protect themselves. Why?
What is the man doing, condoning sex among school children?
War and the less fortunate
What is
members
this,
of the
a sermon
community,
or a
and it is
political
waiting.
rally?
It is just waiting for those members of the upper class who are turning a blind eye, pretending that they are somehow exempt from this hazard, which they are not. Every day, babies with AIDS are born to mothers with AIDS, and this terrible, terrible legacy continues, and it affects us all. Men, women, wealthy, impoverished, of all races, of all cultures, heterosexuals, homosexuals, anyone can get sick. Anyone can die. Anyone at all.
Dieters have different needs, so Accutrim created different formulas.
My appetite was huge until Accutrim Maximum Strength.
I'd lose my willpower after 3 until I found...
It's the same old sorry deal with you, Pa. You trying to get between one of your sons and the woman he loves.
Now you're crazy. Maybe you should see this Addie and get a feel of what you're going to turn into.
No, you did it to me. First of all with Delilah and then with Becky Lee. You just had to get right in the middle of my affairs.
No, you're the one who got in the middle of my affairs.
Well, of course, that's the way you'd see it.
Hey, I'm not sleeping with your wife now, and I got a feeling you didn't care that much for Blair. So quit talking this nonsense.
No, I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about Max.
What? That horse's Rosette was never my son.
Yeah, well, I know that. You didn't always feel that way, did you? But not, even since you've turned your back on him, here you are. You're right in between him and the woman that he's in love with.
I never came between them. Blair has a mind of her own. If Max can't keep up with the competition, tough.
You know what? You ought to take a real, long, hard look at what you just said. You ought to ask yourself why you feel so competitive with your sons that you have to chase their women right into bed.
Blair and Max were long over, and he was never my son, I thank the good Lord. Now, my wife and I have a relationship, and it has nothing to do with anybody.
Okay, fine. You can say whatever you want to about you and Blair, but it doesn't change the fact that this comes down to you marking your territory. You can just beat away the young pup, take what's his, and prove to the rest of the pack that you're still top dog.
You should take a drink in the morning, mellow out, because you got one ugly attitude.
You know what's really pathetic about all of this is you don't even see how pointless it is because nobody really cares, Paul.
See, you just don't know.
You think doing something like that's going to buy you some youth? No. You know what? I'm glad that Renee left you because she is better off without you.
Well, my mother is in the dining room if you'd like to talk to her.
Thank you, Blair.
We gotta talk.
Let go.
We're gonna talk, you and me, about Max.
I mean, don't you think it's a funny way for a new bride to act, going over to Serenity Springs looking for Max, huh?
Do you think I should make more toast?
No, this is fine, thanks. No, see, the point is, why would Blair go looking around for her ex-boyfriend when she's married to the alleged man of her dreams, huh?
Well, I'll tell you, if it really was the man of her dreams, how come she's not sleeping with him?
Yeah, I don't know. Can you imagine? That must be really rough for him. Blair, a woman that looks like that, she's right down the hall, he can't touch her, and... I bet Elisa's climbing the walls, huh?
You're in trouble.
Well, I'm talking about Asa, honey. Come on. Now, look. If there's trouble in paradise, I want to know the details, all right?
So go to Totally Hidden Video. But don't go expecting me to buddy up to Blair so that I can get information about her and Ace's sex life. Mm-mm.
No, honey, look, all I need for you to do is go buddy up with Blair and get information about her and Ace's sex life.
No,
come
Kane,
on.
I just told you. It was too hard the first time. I'm not going to do it again.
Tina,
No, I
Tina,
can't take it.
Come on, now, you
I
can
can't
do
take
anything
it. Leave
you
me
set
alone.
your mind to.
No, I
Come
can't.
on,
Not
yes,
that.
you can.
No,
Yes,
I
you can.
can't.
Please.
No,
please.
I'm not doing it.
You can.
Cannot. Stop it. Stop it, Kane. That's not
I know
fair.
you can do it,
You
baby.
cheat.
Help.
Leave me alone. No.
Ah, you little devil. Come here.
Hi. Hi. Hi, little sweetheart. What's up today, huh?
Dentist appointment.
Dentist appointment. I didn't think you guys had a dentist appointment today.
No, but I do. Remember I told you on Monday?
Shoot. I forgot. I'm sorry. Here, give me Sarah. Why don't you go and have a good dentist appointment? You know what, Kim? Why don't you take the rest of the day off? I'm sorry, I forgot.
Thank you. Goodbye, guys.
Bye-bye. Have a good one.
Bye.
Take this. So, what are you guys up to? What do you want to do today, huh? CJ, say hi to Kane. Say hi to him. Hi.
Hi, CJ.
Oh, shoot. Oh, no. Oh.
What?
I told Vicky that I would go pick her car up today. Shoot. Right now. Right now.
Well.
Okay, here, take this.
What?
Here. Sarah, I love you. Take her.
What are you doing?
I'll be right back
no,
as soon
honey.
as I can,
You
okay?
gotta be kidding me.
Bye, CJ.
What? Tina. Tina, no.
As soon as I can. I can't forget.
Tina.
Bye.
Tina.
Have fun.
Hi, guys.
One of the groups with the fastest rising increase in AIDS infection is heterosexual women.
Church is no place for political speeches. And that ribbon.
Elizabeth, that ribbon has nothing to do with politics. It has to do with saving lives.
Cubic doubles. So much for this being only a gay disease. This affects us all. And it has affected me. Very personally. The congregation should know that my brother, William Carpenter, died of AIDS.
What an interesting family the Reverend comes from.
William died 10 years ago. And it seems that every day I miss him more. I don't want anyone to lose a brother or a sister or a husband or a wife or a son or a daughter to AIDS. For what? For what reason? Because we can't broach this subject? Because we can't sit down and talk to each other? Silence. Ignorance. That's as good as a death sentence when it comes to AIDS. And that is what Henry Webster, may he rest in peace, and I wanted to tell you today. Grant us the mercy to entrust Henry into thy never-failing love. Amen.
Amen.
I don't know just what Henry had in mind, but I can't believe that Andrew went through with this.
You have gone too far. This was it. What you did today was unforgivable. What you said was a damn lie. What were you doing with Max yesterday?
It's not that big a town, Asa. I ran into him, all right? It was an accident. I feel like I have made a deal with the devil.
You should always know who you're negotiating with, Blair.
You know, I thought I did. We agreed upon a marriage based on what we had in common. Now, you claimed you knew what I wanted, and you were going to help me to get it. Now, what I wanted was a union of minds, of aspirations, nothing more. So if anyone is violating the terms of our agreement, it's you.
I don't believe you're a fool, Blair. And I don't think you're so stupid to believe that I would enter into a marriage with a beautiful young lady and not sleep with her. Now, all the agreements I had with my other wives, they were my wife. Along with sharing my bank account, they also shared my bed.
It's not worth it. Asa, I want an annulment.
So you're going to find greener pastures, honey?
Well, if you're talking about Max, he has nothing to do with this. And as for greener pastures, you know, I really wouldn't know. This place has a fence too high to see over. I want out of our arrangement.
She's not having a very good day today. Mrs. Buchanan said you could visit with her a while. Call me if she's any trouble.
Okay, thank you. Hi there, Addie. Those are sure pretty pictures. Addie, my name is Bo Buchanan. I'm Ace's son.
Ace is bad.
Yeah. Look, I'm also a friend of Max's.
Max.
Yeah, Max. Max told me that maybe you knew some secrets and that you might tell them to me. There's secrets about that night that bad man was killed at Max's house. Addie, listen. I have a wife, and her name is Sarah, and I love her very, very much, but she's in jail right now because there are some people that think that she killed that bad man, Carlo.
Scared?
Yes, very. And if I don't find something that can make those people believe that she didn't kill Carlo, something about that night, then they're going to put her in a worse jail. See, and they're going to leave her there for a very, very long time.
I don't like to be locked up.
No. Did you see anything at Max's house that night? Can you help me?
Murder! Max! Murder! Max! Murder! Max! Murder!
Yeah, come on in. Oh, hey. Billy, hi.
My parents were out in the car, and I thought I could talk to you for a few seconds.
Yeah, sure. Sit down.
Thanks. That was some sermon. My parents were totally freaked about it, so just thought you'd like to know.
That's good. I guess they're supposed to be, huh?
Yeah. I'm sorry to hear about your brother. Sorry.
He was the best.
Andrew, was he?
Yes. Yeah. William was gay.
Well, I gotta go, you know. You know how my parents get. They're probably out there waiting for me now, so...
Sure.
Did you talk to them about me?
No. No, of course not. Why?
I don't know. They've just been asking a lot of questions about you and about me, you know, and maybe I'm just so spooked they're gonna find out that I'm gay that I'm getting paranoid.
No. Billy, you listen to me and look at me. Nobody except Alana, Joey, and me knows about this, and none of us will break that confidence. Okay? Look at me. You understand that?
You got these in your left hand, right? Like you drop that card there, drop it, and you do that. Move the right card around. Move it around. See, that's great. See, you want to make sure you're moving your right hand so that way it distracts your mark. You can make lots of money that way. You could take this guy for maybe $100 in an hour. So, let's try it again. Pick it up in the left hand. Oh, here's Mama. Hey, Mama.
3-card Monty?
Yeah, well, you gotta teach him what you know, right?
And you cut Vicky's cards in half?
Well, I had to. They were too large for me. Couldn't handle them otherwise, right?
Uh-huh.
Look, Mommy.
Show him the trick. Show him the trick. You drop it, switch it.
CJ, that's great. That is really, really wonderful.
That's right. He can make a lot of money doing that, huh, Siege?
Hey, you know what, CJ, can you do me a big favor? Will you go upstairs, and you know that new little toy box I got you? Will you go upstairs and check it out? I'll be up there in like 7.5 minutes. Thanks. See you in a minute.
All right. High five, bro. Take care.
Bye. 3-card Monty, huh?
Yeah.
3-card Monty.
Yep. Relax now. You don't want to disturb Sarah.
Don't say shh to me. I cannot believe that you're teaching my children that.
Well, honey, come on. He's good at it.
He's good at it.
That's right, isn't he? He's a natural, I'd say. Wouldn't you say, Sarah? Yes, I would. I'd say CJ's a natural.
Hey.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to me for a second.
Mm-hmm.
If you ever do that again, I'll kill you. Get it?
Okie dokie.
Good.
Listen, Tina, you know, I was thinking while you were gone.
You look so sweet holding Sarah.
The thing with Mac... Thank you. Well, the thing, though, with Max is to get him over at Ace and Blair's. See, I mean, to put temptation in their way. I mean, it's easy enough for Blair to be faithful while she's sitting up at Ace's castle to her, husband. But face-to-face with Max, I don't think she could resist, huh?
You're obsessed. I already told you that I don't want to drag Max back into this. I mean, he's been tortured about this enough.
Honey, he is our best hope.
I don't want to put Max in a position to be hurt like that again. I just don't. Is that a promise?
It must have been very frightening for you that night.
Murder. Max. Murder.
Yeah, Addie.
Max.
Yes.
Murder.
Is this a wheelchair here? Yes. I know that Julia walked that night, but she pretended that she couldn't walk that. Did you see her with Carlo? Did you see her get up and shoot Carlo?
3 blind mice. See how they run. She cut off their tails with a carving knife. Did you ever see such a sight in your life?
Was she walking that night, Julia?
Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. Upstairs, downstairs. I took him by the left leg and threw him down the stairs.
Through?
She was young.
Who?
Wee Willie Winky ran through the town, upstairs and downstairs, and in my lady's...
Addie, I need help, all right? I mean, these pictures are really, really nice. But Sarah and I, we need your help. You've got to tell me anything you can remember about that night.
She cut off their tails with a carving knife.
Listen,
Did you ever see...
It was nighttime, and it was raining. Do you remember that?
Too much traffic. Too many people. And banging. I didn't like it.
Was it the thunder? Did the thunder scare you?
And her. She scared me.
Ooh, are you talking about the woman in the wheelchair?
She did. And she threw him down the stairs, but she stayed because she couldn't leave.
Are you talking about Julia?
Rain, go away.
Okay, listen.
What about another day?
Addie, what about Carlo? Did you see Carlo?
Banging, bang.
Did Carlo have a gun?
See how they run.
Please, listen, you've got to tell me anything you can remember that. Where were you? Addie, where were you?
Rain, go away. Come again another day.
Who ran? Who ran?
Run away!
Addie, just tell me anything you can remember about that night.
Sorry, you're going to have to...
Okay, it's all right, I understand. No. No,
Max.
Billy, get in the car.
Dad, I was just leaving.
Billy, get in the car!
What are you doing with my son?
Oh, Blair, you see, the world doesn't work that way. You make a deal, you don't like it, you want out of it, you pay a penalty. You did all this for your mama, right? And now you want an annulment. Don't make me threaten you. Because Addie can go right back in that institution if I leak the information that you illegally took her out of there in the first place.
All right, Asa.
Hey, I told you this before. I decide who I marry, I decide when. I decide who I'm going to get divorced from, and I decide when. Me. I call the shots, Blair. And now I'm going to add some new provisions to this deal.
Asa?
No, honey. You're the one that reopened this, not me. And you're going to have to deal with the consequences. You will keep your public image no matter what's happened behind closed doors.
I've already agreed to that.
And you will never deliberately or inadvertently, in front of the servants, my servants, show there's any tension between us. And it seems your friend Tina got wind that you've been sleeping in the other wing. You just pray that she hasn't blabbed that all over town. Now you go see Tina and tell her she misunderstood, because everything is peachy between us. I didn't hear you, Blair.
Yes, sir, I will do that.
And you will keep your public image, remember? All the time. Honor your commitment.
Very well, Asa. I made my bed, I will lie in it.
Oh, honey, you're going to do more than be lying in it.
Hi, Joey.
Hi. Mom, Dad, this is Alana. Alana.
Oh,
Very nice to meet you.
Well, very nice to meet you, Alana.
We've heard a lot about you.
These are my parents, Mom, Dad. This is
Hello.
Hallie
How do you do?
from the community center, and
Very
Mr. and
nice.
Mrs. Buchanan.
How do you do?
We'll meet you in the car, honey.
Okay, bye, Mom.
Do you know, I thought I saw Billy Douglas here earlier. What happened to him?
He went to talk to Reverend Carpenter, ma'am.
Oh. Well, I tell you what, shall we wait for you, or would you like to walk home?
No, just give me a minute.
Oh, surely. Excuse us. Nice to see you.
Nice how your mom cares so much about Billy.
Yeah, she's great that way.
What about you?
What do you mean, what about? Of course I could care about Billy.
You just don't want to be his friend anymore.
Can you give me a break or what? I never had to think of this stuff before. I don't know what to think about him. I don't know what to think about anything.
He's your closest friend.
Yeah, well, he was so close to me. Why didn't he tell me in the beginning, huh?
So you could react the way you're reacting? I don't blame him for being afraid to tell you.
Thanks, make me feel worse.
I'm not trying to make you feel worse.
Well, you did.
I just want you to understand how Billy is feeling. So what are you going to do about that, Joey?
I don't know. I just don't know.
I'm sorry. I understand how you're feeling. But you've got to try to understand how Billy is feeling. Not just now, but all the time, every moment. So, you gonna go to the 4th of July dance at the community center?
Yeah.
So, will I see you there? You know, dressed in a coat and tie, you look just about as stuffy as the night we had dinner. See you later.
All set?
Yeah.
Sweetheart, I'll be out in a minute, okay? Sloan, I'm so sorry about William.
Andrew has no right to use William's name that way. To promote a cause. I lost one son. And the other
one lost a brother. I'm sure he wouldn't have spoken about something so
No,
personal
Vicky,
unless
he went too far in public. William, things happen in life. You learn to deal with them and move on. Andrew persists in dwelling on them. Life is too short to squander it with nonsense like that.
I don't really think remembering the dead is squandering life. I think it's part of life. Lord knows we should have time for that.
No. There's no time at all.
Now, I don't know what you mean by corrupting, because all I've done is counsel Billy when he comes to me, and he has a mind and a will of his own, and I'm not going to exert any undue influence in that area.
Now, look, the very nature of your position gives you undue influence, and frankly, I am not at all happy with your ideas.
What about my ideas?
Look, you want to change things, fine, but you do it quietly. You do not make a public spectacle. Like bringing those red ribbons into church? You send children to a shelter in the middle of the ghetto? And what, a sermon today? That's a perfect example.
Mr. Douglas, the sermon, and I stand behind everything I said, but the sermon, that was the last wish of a beloved member of the vestry.
Oh,
That's what
hiding behind Mr. Webster when he's not even here to defend himself. That doesn't change how we feel about your ideas or your style.
Now, look. We've told Billy not to see you. Now, I would think you would respect our wishes and stay away from my son.
Stay away from Billy. Now, he is a member of the parish. He comes to me for counseling. Mr. and Mrs. Douglas, I can't turn him away. That's not the way...
You may not have a choice.
Why is that?
Because I have heard certain things about you, and that's the decision we have come to.
What things are we talking about here? What are we talking about here?
If Billy comes to you for counseling, you tell him to come and talk to us. We are his parents.
Wait a second. There's something what are you talking about?
No, you know perfectly well what we're talking about.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do. And if you do not comply with our wishes, you can bet that I will bring this matter up to your bishop.
What matter are we talking about? Mr. Douglas, what...